last one. Welcome everybody to the XRP Bush channel, coming to you from beautiful Venice Island. Another beautiful day down at the beach. I got my 20 minutes of liquid vitamin D sunshine in, what I call 10 and 10, 10 on the front, 10 on the back. I'm done, back in the studio. And if you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button below to subscribe, the bell for notifications. That like button, tap it, slap it, whatever makes you happy. Down below we also have a link to our Telegram group. A lot of fun, you'll level up your knowledge. Great, smart TA people in there. And also, I do have a link to my Twitter account if you want to follow me on Twitter. And this is a Game of Thrones Friday, so we're going to have a little update for you on that as well later on in the show. And I am now 62 days out from my $10 XRP. Will I see it? I don't know. I do think we're going to get close, which I talked about in yesterday's video, that we may hit 860, somewhere around there. That will be close enough to the fire so I can pay off my bar tab, what I refer to as my real estate Lambo. And I'm 62 days from maybe getting the six-pack. We'll see how that turns out. That could turn out kind of iffy. It could go either way. And I started a new one. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of September. I do believe we can do it. We might be on track to do it. And if we do, on the following day, I'm going to give away 100 XRP to celebrate having fun. To one lucky subscriber, we'll do that in a random draw. And the title of today's episode is XRP holders will lose their minds when this happens. Watch this till the end. We'll get into that. I think it'll leave you guys all smiling. Left me smiling. There's very few days I'm not pumped up to be an XRP holder. And I'm going to start with a beautiful, beautiful quote of the day. And I will preface this by saying that I always talk about all things of beauty. Kind of old-fashioned. I talk about things of beauty and the female gender, whether it's a sailing yacht or my XRP. This comes from Genie. I love him. He's awesome. He says, XRP is that girl that when she walks in a club, virtually no one can take their eyes off her. Don't you love it? And then the final part, and then don't you know, she is always late to the dance. The last one to show up, and that's our XRP. It's the last to fire up, and it shoots the highest. Now, on a fun note, just a fun little Florida note, this month ended what they had down in the Everglades, which is a Burmese python contest. Thanks to someone out in Miami, they let loose years ago a Burmese python that they had as a pet, and they decided they liked the Everglades quite well, and they did quite well. So can you get this? Over the last 10 years, you want to guess how many pythons that they have collected? 13,000. 13,000 Burmese pythons in the Everglades. They're a very invasive species. They really take out a lot of wildlife, and they'll go head to toe up with an alligator as well. I have seen one crossing the street, and it took up the entire street. It was amazing. I'm going to put a link down below to Working Money channel. I watched a video yesterday, very interesting. People talk about the Black Swan event. I'm going to put a link to that in our video too. It's very interesting if you want to check that out. So I thought it was kind of eye-opening, so I'll put that down below. And for an SEC update, this gets really entertaining. Jeremy Hogan, a lot of fun. There's so much fun to watch your video last night, had us all smiling. And he was saying that he thinks that a settlement is going to happen. And you know what, Jeremy? I didn't have to have any legal briefs on to come up with that conclusion. And I'll tell you why. I mentioned it probably several times in the last couple of months. It's called the Art of Negotiation 101. He who wants at least wins. In anything, whether you're buying real estate or in war, like with the SEC and Ripple. So SEC, in my humble opinion, has a lot more to lose by losing this and then being able to regulate this space that we're all in. So anyway, that's just my take on it. Now, to the Game of Thrones challenge. And by the way, the shirt, this is so much fun. The quote is, that's what I do. I drink and I know things, which is the t-shirt I have on. But what's kind of fun, I didn't realize, because I haven't watched it in a long time, is preface to that. How does that come up? Because a lady says, he says, dragons do not like captivity. And she says, how do you know this? And he says, that's what I do. I drink and I know things. So I do have a Game of Thrones challenge. A lot of fun. I have 3 of them. One's for XRP, one's for iTrust, and the other one's for HyperFund. Basically, I just create 3 different roads, all leading to $1 million. And with that being said, the XRP is just a lot of fun. You just go over to the rich list, and on the rich list, which is, where is my rich list? You're around here somewhere. There it is. you can look at it two different ways, by percentages and number of accounts. I'm starting a whole brand new bag. And actually, you can say I'm at the very bottom because I have 0 XRP because it's all sitting as buy orders. I have them here. There's my Who exchange. I got it buy orders for over 3,000 XRP now. So it'll give me a good start on this new bag. And I will be in when I do that. If you just look on the rich list, I'll put a link to that. That will put me in the top 10%. Anything over 2,200, the next rung up is 8,700. They'll put you in the top 5%. That's by percentages. You can also look at it. A lot of fun. You can also look at it by the number of accounts as well. And when you look at it by the number of accounts, a lot more fun that way because you can have a bunch of different other ladder steps. You can just start to just walk up, and so much fun to do this. So I do know that there are people in my Telegram group that are doing it. It's a lot of fun because they'll go, I'm 50 XRP away from being in the top 5% or something like that. So here it is, buy. You can click on the number of accounts and it will show you that as well. So that's number one. So I'm kind of starting all over. That's the first one. And the idea is that either just move up the ladder and at some point you'll surprise yourself and you'll have a path, and a beautiful path to $1 million. The second one I'll put a link to is my absolute favorite. I talk about this is never leave money on the table or loose change in between the car seats. I'll take it. iTrust is that beautiful one. So if you are stateside, you have not gotten an iTrust Capital account, get one, get busy. You can take your existing IRA or create a new one. And ideally what you want to do, not financial advice, is to do a Roth IRA because you pay the taxes up front. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Once I realized this, I just realized, boy, I opened up this whole new world to create. And you can swing trade in and out of that thing really nice. And it's just another way that you can create not only to one, I got my sights, want to go well past $1 million to $5 million. I started back in February with mine. I was able to fund it with about $14,000. And I missed getting XRP by 3 hours because of a wire transfer. And 3 hours later, it was too late. I couldn't buy it. I had to buy the next best thing, in my humble opinion. I ended up with XLM. My bag stuffed pretty nicely on there. I got about 37,000 XLM. Right now on the Game of Thrones challenge, it's in the dumps, but it's not a loss unless you sell it, right? So I just waited out patiently. My targets on my XLM, anywhere between $5 and $10 this full cycle. Joker, Crypto Joker, he actually has his targets as high as $18. And because XRP is always the last to pump, hopefully what I'm thinking about doing is that I can jump out of XLM. Hopefully XRP is relisted and I might be able to come back in and restuff my bags on my XRP and my iTrust with XRP. That would be awesome. So link to that. I think you get a free month if you do that. Now, and the last one is just on Hyperfund. Hyperfund has been my best performing investment I did in 2020 so far. And basically with that account, there's a link to that down below, and then you can ask me questions in the Telegram group if you're curious. But you can start an account for free. But long story short, my goal is to get that account. I got 3 accounts. One I used to stuff dollar cost average into XRP. It's beautiful. So that's how I was able to pack and stack and put 3,000 XRP orders in. Is from an original $300 investment into Hyperfund back 9 months ago. And it's sitting beautifully. But my other 2 Hyperfund accounts, both are smaller, and I want to get those to 25,000. That's my goal, because when I get to 25,000, I'm less than 2 years away from that other path to $1 million. I'll explain it in another video. We'll just move on from that. In the markets, we are going to have, I mentioned this in yesterday's video, we kind of just like flat today. But I do think and I expect that we'll see some volatility tomorrow because we have the end of the month. And which way it goes, I do not know. We're either going to have strong volatility up or down. We're waiting to see what Bitcoin wants to do. Fear and greed still just hovering right split down in the middle, just about 50 as well. So hang on to your pants. It could be an exciting day tomorrow, an exciting weekend. Crypto Violin, shout out to you and your beautiful wife. She's such a lovely singer. That he just says, look, XRP is going to outperform all other classes in this other altcoins. Now, for the very last one that left me smiling big. At the end of the day, comes from from Genie Reborn, Genie as well. This is the second time I get to mention you in today's video, and this is just really beautiful. He says, it's amazing. We see XRP to do a 20% pump and the entire community starts to go crazy. And yet, nothing has really happened. Imagine 200%, 2,000%, even. People will lose their minds. And don't forget, in 2000, this is a fact, in 2017 alone, XRP rose 37,000%. And still, all these numbers might be conservative because of the value that XRP will bring when it has use case utility. And keep in mind, with that as well, when XRP starts to move, and I think this may be once we start to really crank things up, once we go below past $2, that's our next step. We got to get past $2. But keep in mind, from that point, when XRP starts to move, it's going to pump in a short span period of about 60 days. That's all. So in my humble opinion, once we're past $2, I'm going to put a new timer on there for 60 days going, okay, I think that's when we're hitting this kind of really those higher numbers on the Fibonacci retracements. I would hope that will make everybody in this group smile, and that'll do it for me. Everyone have a great day, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.